The Valve Index, is it the quintessential VR kit that sets a new standard for all VR kits going forward? Let's discuss. Much like the Incredible Hulk, the Valve Index displays amazing feats of strength, but is not without its flaws. Let me explain. A side note, I won't be going into the hardware details in this review. You can watch the full hardware breakdown in this video right here. After playing countless hours of games and experiences with the Index, I'm ready to get unhinged. So let's get to the point. The setup. I've opted out of getting the Index Base Station 2.0 as the Index and Index controllers are 100% compatible with the original Vive base stations. If upgrading from the HTC Vive, the setup is seamless. Simply connect the Index to your PC, plug in the power adapter, and start Steam VR. Pair the Index controllers, update all necessary devices, and you are good to go. If you are new to Steam VR, properly mounting your base stations in your play space and setting up your Guardian system are 2 additional steps needed to get you going. All in all, it takes about 30 minutes for a first time setup. The build quality. The Index and controllers really shine here, easily noticed upon taking them out the box. The headset feels robust, sturdy, and premium. Made out of a combination of hard plastic that covers most of the HMD and a soft touch plastic covering the head strap. The translucent front cover is easily removed due to an intuitive magnetic system that exposes the frunk. An add-on compartment with a USB 3 port designed specifically for modders and tinkerers to explore. The facial interface, sporting the same magnetic system, is made out of a similar hard plastic lined with a very soft material that feels a lot like memory foam wrapped in a moisture-wicking fabric. This material is also found on the head strap. While great, over time the material does soak up sweat and can be hard to clean, as it is not removable from the interface or strap. The eye relief adjustment knob spins smoothly, while the head strap dial has a nice satisfying click while increasing or reducing tension for a secure fit, distributing the weight evenly over your head for hours of comfort. With 2 stereo microphones and a Steam VR button to get you into the action. The Index has your IPD covered with a mechanical IPD adjustment slider that lets you set the lens distance to your liking, free adjustable arm brackets to get the perfect angle, and the eye relief adjustment knob that really lets you fine-tune the Index as well as potentially increase your field of view to 130 degrees. With all that said, God rays and glare are still an issue. From my experience, they were very noticeable until I fine-tuned the headset specifically for my sweet spot and they were gone. So take the time to properly adjust your Index specifically for you. You'll be much happier. After years of VR gaming with the Rift CV1, the OG Vive, the Oculus Go, and more recently, the Quest and the Rift S, the Index LCD panels take the cake by far. With 2 small caveats that I honestly got over within the first few minutes of gameplay. The black levels and vibrant colors that only OLEDs can provide. With that said, at no point did I ever feel like it wasn't dark enough. A dark room honestly felt like a dark room, and the colors looked great. The higher resolution, clarity, and refresh rate simply overshadowed the caveats. VR has never looked so clear and smooth. The screen door effect is gone, and reading text in VR no longer feels like a chore. Those factors really stepped up the immersion for me. Talking about immersion, the Index onboard audio is the best I've heard in VR to date, also with caveats. Since these are off-ear near-field speakers and not headphones, there are 3 things I must note. 1. For many like me, VR audio is just as important as visuals, and hearing my real-life surroundings, like kids shouting, dogs barking, and outside traffic, while fending off huge undead titans, is a definite immersion breaker. And it does happen when the volume is at its lowest settings. Thankfully, these speakers are loud enough to drown out everything around you, unless the kids screaming and dog barking are in the same room with you. 2. Sound bleed. I personally have no issue with it. However, I know some do, and at its loudest settings, the sound bleed is substantial, but not loud enough to be heard through a closed door. Either way, this can be remedied by using the built-in headphone jack and throwing on your favorite pair of headphones. And 3. That sound bleed I just mentioned, at its loudest settings, can be heard on the built-in microphones, which are great by the way, no need to buy an external mic. Then again, the loudest settings are honestly too loud for comfort. Outside of that, the soundstage is huge, the highs are highs, the lows are lows, you can feel the bass, and the 3D spatial audio is excellent. The Index controllers are easily the most advanced VR controllers on the market with full hand presence. They reek of Gen 2 and are probably way ahead of their time. They feel high quality and actually hold you rather than you holding them. But they are not without one major caveat that has been noted by many, the thumbstick button. Still not sure if it's just a design flaw or a faulty product. Either way, not much has been said by Valve on this matter. In my experience, the thumbstick buttons work for the most part. On the left controller, you cannot click the thumbstick button while in the forward position or the left or right positions on the other. This greatly affects sprinting or boosting in games like Onward or Space Junkies. This can be dealt with using different button mappings, but that is not the answer. Then there is my personal grievance, the touchpad. I feel it shouldn't exist and puts the thumbstick in an unnatural position. Honestly, if the face of the Index controller looked a lot more like the Razer Hydra controller, it would be way more functional. But that's just my opinion. With that said, the Index controllers provide an amazing in-game presence that puts you in VR like no other. Grabbing, squeezing, and throwing things in VR has never felt so realistic. When games fully support the controllers, it's a game changer. But currently, the support isn't there yet. Not enough developers are putting full support into their games, but that will get better in time, with older games being optimized each day and new games like Boneworks coming out. So to answer the question, has the Index set a new standard for future VR headsets? In my opinion, yes. Is the Index the best VR kit in its price range? In my opinion, again, yes. Is the Index a perfect kit? No, not by a long shot. Valve really needs to get a hold of this controller problem and fix it. Is the Index worth its asking price? Now that depends. If you already own a PC that can take advantage of everything the Index has to offer, yes. If you need to invest heavily into a PC so it's Index ready and then you gotta buy the kit on top of it, not so much. At the end of the day, the Index kit is currently the quintessential VR kit available on the market, and it is my go-to headset. I would definitely recommend it over, let's say, a Pimax kit or a Vive Pro kit. Well, that's all I got. What are your thoughts on the Index? Did I leave anything out? Did I get anything completely wrong? Please let me know in the comments. Your thoughts matter. And as always, I'm Marcus. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.